I came to Suitland High School in 2004 as the theater teacher for the Center for the Visual and Performing Arts. I stayed there and I taught there until 2018. I served as the department chair, the theater department chair, as well as the teacher, as well as the director for the majority of the productions. I'm also an actor and a director in the community. Before Creative Suitland opened up, the main creative hub for the arts was really Suitland High School, the Center for the Visual and Performing Arts. That's where a lot of great art was being produced and put out to the community, but there wasn't really a center for the actual community that wasn't connected to the school before then.
Students at the Academy will participate in studies of multiple aspects, including history, technique, and practice of visual art, theater, music, dance, and television media.
The amount of youth engagement that we were missing prior to Creative Suitland opening up it left a lot of gaps. And so that was one of the amazing things about it. The amount of energy and joy that any arts that is infused into a community brings is amazing. And so when Creative Suitland opened up and started doing concerts and started providing a space, it just really uplifted not only, again, the arts offerings in the community, but also the joy in the community. When you can, especially during the pandemic, when you can come and you can sit in folding chairs with your neighbors and listen to dope music, or come and be surrounded by beautiful art, or take maybe a line dance class, which I've done. It just creates a more solid, more seamless, more engaged community. I feel like I'm a broken record with this, but what it has also done is created one spot where elders, where young people, where just different ages can come, and even if they're not engaged in the art form together, which they are in certain instances, even if they're not, just being in the same space and being able to share space with each other, to be able to pass each other in the hallways, knowing that we have engaged in this artistic experience has been powerful. The most significant impact that I think that having the center here in the community offers is positivity. I'm from North Carolina, and so when I first moved in this area, there were a lot of people who gave me very negative things. And they gave me very negative things to say about where I would be working, about the community that I would be serving. And obviously, when I started working here, it couldn't have been farther from the truth. But having something like this here that exudes this positivity, that exudes and shows the brightest that Suitland has to offer, I think it's that. It's like, we're not what they say we are. We're not that. And being able to affirm it for ourselves, as well as showcase it for everybody else, has just been beautiful. Out of all of the experiences, I think I'd want to see more intergenerational activities. The arts create a space where we can heal, where we can show our joy, where we can create community. And that has nothing to do with fame. That has nothing to do with any of the other things. I think personally that arts are essential. They're crucial. And so if someone wants to engage in it and they may be a little nervous, I'd say jump. Do it scared. And then at the moment that you get in the space, you'll realize that your fear will disappear, because you'll find community. You'll find faces that are welcoming and that exude the joy that I think the arts gives everyone.
I attended Suitland High School. I graduated in 2006. And Suitland High School was a space where you could be creative. It was really like the landmark for the community. And so this community really had a lot of pride in Suitland High School. And whether it was the sports team, the football team, which was an amazing team, or all of the different artistic, outlets that were made available to the school and that the students took advantage of, Suitland High School was really like the hub for the community when it came to positive events and engagement. I can remember that there were art galleries in the annex of Suitland High School. There was a dance studio. I just dropped my daughter off at the owner. Well, one of the people that I went to school with, one of the students, she's now an owner of a space. And so, we would always go to recitals. I myself was in the band for part of the time at Suitland, and we would always have recitals. And so I think that, from 1940s to 2020, there were always things that you could participate in at Suitland that sort of helped to get your creative juices flowing. So since Creative Suitland has opened, Creative Suitland has had a lot of community events. And so now there's not just one place, which, for me was Suitland, but there is two places where young people can go to really sort of let their creative juices flow and have an artistic outlet. It's for people of all ages, but I think that even when you have instructors and folks who are older, this is a space that feels like it is for them.
I'm a graduate of Suitland High School. I graduated in 1991. So I want to take it back there because the community, it was really interesting in the sense that I was bussed into this community. I didn't live here, I wasn't from here. But to me, Suitland always represented arts and creativity and all of those things. And I'm not certain that the entire community felt that way, but certainly for me, coming from the outside in, it was definitely a safe haven, a place where I could be free to express myself, a place where kids from lots of different communities could come together. And we were all a little bit different. We didn't necessarily all excel in sports. Some of us were academic, others may not have been. Some of us had creative flares, and it was really just one big melting pot for, I would say, all of Prince George's County. Gaps in the community in terms of prior to when Creative Suitland got here, I would definitely say the rest of the community, to have a place where we could come together for the arts and to elevate literature and music and all the beautiful things that we all know and love. My daughter, my oldest daughter, is also a graduate of Suitland High School, class of 2019. And so that was crazy. It was such a crazy experience to watch her walk through it after I had literally lived through very similar experiences. But some of the things were a little bit different. I would say the neighborhood, some of the things were exactly the same. I was joking because the McDonald's on the corner that was there when I was a student is literally still there to this day. So it was there when she was there. It's here in 2025. When Creative Suitland opened, I wanted to cry. I wanted to jump for joy. It was such an exciting thing for me to see. Number one, I thought this was a perfect opportunity to bridge all of the needs between the school, the community, everyone. Art brings together people from every age, every walk of life, everything. It is such a unifying thing to have people in a space experiencing art together. So it is a no-brainer that when that happens, you're going to get generations, you're going to get people of lots of different backgrounds and experiences, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Amazing work.